Hi, this is Brandon from Watches On You. We're back here at Wixon Jewelers. We're reviewing another Jaeger LeCoultre. This is the Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso dual face with the 24-hour subdial. Now, let's take a closer look at this watch down at the inspection pad. Alright, so now let's take a closer look at the Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso with the 24-hour subdial. So, starting off with the case, this is a polished stainless steel case with quite an interesting feature. We haven't actually reviewed a Reverso on our channel yet, so I'll demonstrate what that actually is. So originally, Reversos were created for polo players, where one side of the sort of main case containing the movement had a metal back on it to protect the watch from the ball in polo. But more modern variants have adopted a setting where they have two dials. So this is one of those where it has the two dials. Now, one of these dials can be used as a home time. So if you're traveling, you can know what the time is back at home. It's like a GMT. And then one can be set to a different time zone, which is a really useful feature, again, if you're traveling. This watch has, moving on to the movement, it has a 32-hour power reserve movement, which is pretty, I'd say it's a little bit on the light side, especially for a travel watch. But again, you can manage it. I mean, it's more than 24, so it's still manageable. This watch has a 47mm by 28mm case, which is kind of medium for, I guess, a watch. It's not too small, but actually, yeah, it is on the smaller side, and I'll demonstrate that in the wrist shot later. But moving on to the dial, it has a guilloche dial, which is very finely finished. It looks really incredible on both sides. And then actually the home time dial has quite an interesting feature, as you can see the balance wheel on that dial. Now you probably can't tell on the camera, but the center there actually moves, so it is an automatic watch, which I guess actually does help with that power reserve. But it's kind of interesting because you can see it move as you are walking along. But let's actually move on to a wrist shot of this watch. Now it comes on an alligator strap with a very nice deployant clasp. Your JLC, I'd say, makes the best deployant clasps. They're very secure on the wrist. They feel really nice. So as you can see, this isn't too big, too small, nor too small. I mean, I have, I'd say, above average sized wrists, which usually makes watches look pretty small. But this actually looks quite good. I mean, it actually looks a little smaller in real life, so just keep that in mind, but definitely try one on. It's definitely not too small. So if you like this video, please remember to subscribe and share.